Hi, I'm Anahata, also known as the Empress of Intentional Living, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about the actual meaning of intentional living. As you know, I am a burn survivor who was not expected to make it to the hospital alive. And when you are faced with such a life or death situation, it really alters your perspective on the world and the way that the world works. While I sat in my hospital bed, one question that I had to constantly ask myself is, what happens after this? My physical appearance has changed. I'm not wealthy, don't have my own house, don't have my own car. I'm a single woman, no children, 24 years old, no degree. I was already in the process of trying to figure out life and build a life for myself. But now I sustained these injuries, and it left me asking, why was I left alive? What reason do I really have to live for? This is where intentional living comes in. Intentional living is about creating a reason to keep going rather than looking for meaning and purpose in the things that society tells us matters, like a regular 9 to 5, having certain achievements, being wealthy, your looks, your skills. Intentional living is about letting go of the external validation from society and creating your own world. So how do you do this? In a moment, I'm about to give you 4 simple steps to start your intentional living journey right now. But first, I want to give you my thorough definition of intentional living. Intentional living is the act of making daily choices that align with your goals and values rather than living on autopilot or based on others' expectations. Many of us wake up on autopilot. We get up, we check our phones, brush our teeth, go to work, come home, watch TV, and then we go to sleep, wake up, and repeat. But we never stop to ask ourselves, what truly matters to me? And more so, what do I need to do in order to align my life with what matters to me? Intentional living is about purposeful action. It's about doing what needs to be done so that you can create your happiness rather than allowing your time to slip between your fingers. For example, content creation is something that's very important to me. For a while, it was hard for me to be consistent. I knew I wanted to be a content creator. I knew I had a message that I wanted to get out to people, but it was just really hard for me to focus on it. Why? Because I wasn't being intentional about it. In order for me to be the content creator that I needed to be, I had to intentionally block out time so that I could say, at this time, I'm going to focus on making my videos. At this time, I'm going to rest. At this time, I'm going to meditate so that the words may come to me. But being intentional is not just about productivity. It's about protecting your peace. Sometimes that looks like choosing to do nothing at all. It's about having that perfect balance between resting and action, sleeping and fighting for your success. And success looks different for each person. Your life is yours to create. You deserve to feel joy. You deserve to feel content with the reality that you're living in. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You are worthy of living the life of your dreams. And now, without further ado, I am going to share with you 4 simple steps to start your intentional living journey right now. Step 1 is to get clear on what you really want, not what you're told that you should want. How do you want to feel when you wake up? What do you visualize your life looking like? What do you want your future to hold? What do you need more of? What do you need to let go of? Knowing what you truly need and what you truly want is the foundation of living an intentional life. If you don't know what you want, ask yourself, what emotion do I want to carry into my daily life? And then think of activities, places, and people that help you to feel that emotion. When you finish watching this video, I want you to journal about what an ideal day in your life looks like. Not what it looks like right now, but in your ideal of the perfect day, what does that look like for you? Step 2 is to align your daily action with your vision. Intention without aligned action is just a wish. In order to live an intentional life, you have to pay attention to your habits and the things that you do in your daily life. Based on your habits, I want you to ask yourself, am I moving closer or further away from the life that I want to create? Being intentional means creating a schedule, having good time management, having good discipline, and creating a structure for the life that you want to live. Step 3 is to create space for stillness. This means taking time for the quiet moments, the time where you reflect, the time where you rest, the time where you sit and just think or just let go of all the stress that you've been feeling. Regardless to how you look at it, life comes with a lot of ups and downs. You're not always going to feel productive. You're not always going to feel motivated to do certain things. But this is why you don't need to wait for motivation. You have to plan your rest and plan your productivity. Something that I do to make sure that I stay centered is I play sound bowls, I meditate. I also like to read books. For this part, ask yourself, what brings me a sense of calm? What makes me feel grounded? This is what I like to call your peace plan. Without a peace plan, everything is guaranteed to feel hectic. Remember, you don't have to do more. You have to do what matters. Step 4 is to honor your healing and evolve gracefully. It's important that you be gentle with yourself on your intentional living journey because you are still unlearning the habits, the people, and the things that no longer serve you. Intentional living is not about perfection. It's about alignment. People will try to convince you that you have to have this perfect life, and you have to be the perfect person when that's simply not true. We are all evolving. I want you to remember that healing is not a destination. It's an everyday choice. It's a choice to honor each version of you along this journey. So allow yourself to evolve without judgment and give yourself permission to embody your next chapter. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that doesn't support who I'm becoming? And who am I becoming when I allow myself to heal, evolve, and live with intention? So that's all I have for you today. Before you go, I just want you to know that joy is your birthright. Love is your birthright. Peace is your birthright. You were put on this planet to enjoy every single moment, and I don't want you to ever forget that. If you heard something in this video that resonates with you or you learned something new, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I love you, I see you, and I hope you have a fantastic life.